Well, hello there. It's your resident weatherman, Nicky V. Folks, we've been had. Homer and I are not happy. The storm was a farce. I told you it would be. Okay? These people, they get all excited. Then on the news this morning, they're claiming, well, it was snowing, but then it wasn't hitting the ground. Folks, it may have been snowing up in space, right up towards the upper reaches, wherever that might be. I'm a history teacher. I don't know. I can tell you the history of snow. I can't tell you much about how it's made. But I don't know. It's pretty incredible. I had a nice gig last night. Kids had a lot of fun down my school. And kudos to the staff that were involved in that. It was a lot of fun for everybody. But this storm was a farce. We're down to pavement. Homer and I are out here at the Spring in Munson. I mean, look at us at this undisclosed location. We're having a good time. I mean, he looks excited. He's being antisocial right now. But, it's crazy out there. The spring wasn't that crowded. Turns out at 27 degrees in the middle of a snowstorm, not a lot of people go to the side of the road to get water. But I do. Yes, because I am cheap. Yes, that is true. Festively frugal. At any rate, I'll give a shout out to all the plow drivers out there doing their thing. I was just seeing two plows driving in Munson here, and it was like they were playing chicken. It was like being back in the Middle Ages with the jousting and such. And I thought, you know what, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. But maybe you could sell tickets to the event. Super reinforced plows. Maybe get the manufacturers on board. See if Dodge can dodge it, or if Tundra can go through the Tundra, or old Silverado can climb the mountains, or Ford can letter and number it to death, whatever they need to do. But the reality is, folks, it wasn't nearly as bad as we thought it was going to be. What's going to be worse? The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. I don't know if you realize there is a game today, but the only thing that actually matters right now. Okay, I love football, obviously. Love football. Been involved in it for a couple of years now. And I do like it. Well, actually, by the way, just a quick shout out to a former player of mine down at the Naval Academy. I understand he was watching the stuff over Christmas break, so get a lot of humor out of that one. Very proud of all my former students and all the good things they're doing out there in the world. It does bring a tear to my eye in all seriousness. But yeah, when you look at the world today, this game, I mean, maybe, does Mahomes have what it takes? Do the Eagles have what it takes? Never bet against a city like Philly, but never bet against Mahomes. You've got two great things going on right now. I just hope for a good game. Hope for some good commercials. Maybe a good halftime show. Who knows? But the reality is, folks, I want to tell you what. I had a little secret for you. Football right now, it's almost in the afterthought column. It starts next week, don't you? That's right. NASCAR. Yeah, you like the sound effects, didn't you? Yeah, I've been doing those since I was a kid. Daytona 500 next week, folks. Daytona 500. Nick and myself and the families will all be together down at his place watching the race. And I can't wait. It'll be another year of just hoping that, certain drivers don't do all that well, and our driver does well. He's in a new ride this year. Driving a Ford. He's been doing that for a couple years. That's okay. Won't hold it against him. And, just hoping for a good time. But, I hope that the future storms that we get down here are actually something to write home about. Okay? this morning, you know, there was a bit of snow out there, a little bit. Had to get out the tent to get the brisket going. That thing was a disaster, absolute disaster. But as usual, we engineered a solution. Otherwise, my wife engineered a solution, to be honest with you, and fixed the pop-up tent for a little bit. Got some other things we're going to do when it's not quite so cold with it. Maybe throw it in the trash, yeah, maybe, or get some carriage bolts down the hardware store and make a go of it. So we'll see, but it's on a lean. It's kind of like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but it's gonna get the job done. It's gonna get the job done. So that's the reality. You have yourself a good rest of your Super Bowl Sunday. Reporting live from the spring. It's Nikki V and Homer the dog. Homer doesn't like us, okay? Homer doesn't like us, but that's okay. As long as we like each other, it's good. All right, take care, be safe, bye-bye.